Hey guys, so for today, I know in the last video I showed you guys how to make the pig water. I appreciate everybody that watched that one, and if you didn't, then in the description there'll be a link to be able to go watch that one about making the pig water. This one, I'm starting to make a pig shelter. It's gonna be kind of like a temporary one, just to help get them a little bit of shade, a little bit of shelter to get out of the rain. It's gonna be movable. If you can see, I put some angles right here on the edge of these boards. These outside boards are both 54 inches. This inside one is 60. And it's gonna be 3 foot wide actually with the metal on top. The metal is right at 3 foot. So if I make this right at 3 foot, then they'll have plenty of room in here to both get in here. They're both coony pigs. So for right now, they're both little. They should be fine in the future. I'll probably try to make another one of these. So overall, it's gonna be about 6 foot wide, 3 foot under the metal, and then the sleigh where I'm gonna tie the rope to be able to pull this, be able to move it whenever we start moving them, is gonna be 54 inches right here. The sleigh's 54 inches. These angles are just, I put them like just over it's like 55 degrees. I just kind of guess. I mean, it doesn't matter on that. It's just whatever makes it go smoother. But then it's also going to be about 4 foot tall in the front and then 3 foot in the back, just to help keep the rain from sloping down on them. It's going to have a brace on each corner. And I was thinking about putting one in the middle, but I don't know if I'm going to do that just yet. I might wait on that and just kind of do the 2 outside ones and then see how structurally sound it is. It might be good, it might not be, but that's why I can put this middle one right in. I just screwed in the square right here. Didn't show it on video just to save some time, but I am using these 2.5 inch by 9 exterior screws. These are the most common screws I use anytime that I do something. This next step, I'm going to use this just to help keep the bottoms of these supports on the side off the ground. So I'm just going to put those right there, screw this right in this corner, and I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. Screw. And then also on these longer support boards, I'll show you some other screws that I'm going to use just to help keep it some strength, just because the pigs will push on this a little bit. But after I get these together, then I'll cut them off. These are super tall, but I'll cut them off with my skill saw just to get the angle on them how I want it, to get close to that 3 foot on the back and 4 foot in the front, like I mentioned earlier. Only going to be about this tall probably when they get big. So in the back, I've just done it down to 32, which actually I might raise up just a hair. But I got 32 in the front and 44 in the, 32 in the back and 44 up front. That's gonna give me plenty of slope. And I don't have this board cut down yet, but what I'll do to be able to make that turn is I'll just screw, this board to the front, just temporary, right where I got my mark at. And then I can draw my line to where I got my other one. And then draw, which actually I think this actually looks really nice right there. I think this is gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna draw my line right here. And then I'll come back. And then I'll come back with my skill saw and just cut those, and I'll cut these off right here. Cut that off right down there. Do the same thing on this side. Get my boards up, and then I'll need to run a piece right in between here, back, just to be able to mount the rest of my metal. Put my metal on these 2, and I was thinking about, like I said, doing the same thing on the top up here, but I think I'm just gonna do the 2 outsides and the 2 right here in the middle. Will be good. It'll be strong enough. So guys, as you can see, I skipped over the last part here. All I did was I cut those off with my skill saw, which you can see the skill saw's right over there. You can probably use a chainsaw, sawzall, jigsaw, whatever type of saw you got around. Just use what you got. But I put those at 22.5 down to up. That way it's got a little bit of a slope. I'll try to show you that on the side view here. But you can see the slope there. Then I added the 2 top railings just to be able to have something to screw my metal down to. Also, just another support board. That board's really, I mean, it's really not even a support board, it's just kind of holding that middle, those two long supports right here and right here, is just kind of keeping those straight. So middle board's really nothing, not doing anything. I'll probably screw some screws into it for the metal, but other than that, next step is I'm just gonna put a metal roof here on top, keep the just to keep the rain off of them. You know, during the winter time, I might put a board up in the back and board up on the side just to keep a little bit warm. But right now it's summertime, springtime kind of. It's 1st of June. It's kind of acting like spring. It's raining quite a bit right here in Missouri. So we're just gonna get that metal on there, get them a little bit of shelter, and they should be good. So guy, here's the finished product. I just pulled this from the garage out here to the field where the pigs are, and it pulled just fine. I might actually add some wheels to the back. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do that yet or not, just because I don't know how rough the pigs will be on it. I'm pretty sure they'll tear them up, but I'll show you what I got here. So finished product. I forgot to mention in an earlier video, or earlier in the video, bottoms are 2x4s. These are like 2x3s. Truthfully, what I used for the supports was a 2x6, and the bottom one was a 2x8. Just ripped those in half. This top board right here is just 1.5 inches, so it's like a 1x2, or 2x2, I guess. But everything's 2x4. Everything's untreated, and you'll notice that I almost use untreated on everything. I mean, I've used it untreated on my rabbit hutch. Also used untreated on my chicken coop. Chicken coop's going on 2 years. I kind of wish I would have used treated on the bottom of my chicken coop, but that's for another video. We'll get back to the pig shelter. I use untreated wood like I mentioned. It's safe for the animals to chew on. The pigs are going to chew on the wood a little bit, just the nature of them just exploring and seeing what they got. But you can see this piece of metal is just right up here. Just screwed it right here to the 3 boards, to say. And all this cost me just the cost of the metal. This was a 12-foot piece of metal that I cut in half. But this was a pallet from my work, so it's all free lumber. That's another reason I use untreated, because most of the wood that I use is free or from a pallet or something, because I'm really cheap, and this is just the easiest way to do this. But like I said, I made this about 44 inches tall in the front, 32 inches in the back, and I'll show you right here. Got this rope to pull it around. It's really easy to do it right here in this low grass, but I don't know how to do it out in the field actually. But I made this where it's removable. Thinking about putting some hooks up here actually, somehow to be able to mount this, but that's removable, for I can remove the whole rope, removable on both sides, because the pig will chew on this rope for sure. But overall, I might, like I said, during the winter, I might put some sides and a back on it just to keep them extra warm. But this is going to be plenty long enough. This is 60 inches right there in the inside, from the inside of the boards, so they're going to have plenty of room to lay down, especially at this size. I know these guys are going to get bigger, but these guys are so little right now. I got them just right here in this temporary pen. Premier ones out of their pig netting kit that I'm wanting to get for them. That way I can move them out to the grass. But they can clear out this little brush area right now. So, like in another video, you can see how I made this pig water. They have been using it. It doesn't leak. But they get up on those little boards because it is a little high especially for that little one. But once they grow a little bit, that nipple height would be perfect. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Thanks. Bye.